For race 2 for the Race 4A cars, Jamie Orton and JJ O'Malley on the front of the grid, with a creeping by O'Malley, but the lights are out now, the race underway. From Springate for this race on the second row of the grid, and the double winner from Silverstone, number 22, Mike Stedman on the third row. Now they head there towards Oval Corner for the first time, and this promises to be one of the best races of the day. It's another very full grid of Race 4, and one car in trouble right at the very start, getting all sideways. 42 it is that's lost it. That's Richard Carter. Thankfully everybody has avoided him, and Carter is about to get himself going once again as the pack turns for the first time. Out of Cascade, the long leg side straight on board there now with Ross Springate, car number 40. But it looks as though up front there, this is JJ O'Malley from the outside of the front row is there, trying to find a way around the outside as they turn their way through the left-hand Island Ben McConnell's motorsport car. And Mike Stedman goes around the outside there. So Stedman, as they turn into Shell Oils, up in the fourth race, he was the star of Silverstone when he won both races. The field now accelerating its way up for the first time towards the UK of Britain. Leading group just edging away slightly from one or two of those behind. But JJ O'Malley is up front of the moment as the cars turn their way into the braking area, and this is a replay of the start, and you'll see in a moment how it all went wrong for Richard Carter. He was forced a little bit wide over the curve, loses the back of it, slides his way across the road, and thankfully everybody's just able to miss him. And the race leaders are coming down towards his lot, so the new race leader is Raphael Fiorentino, who's managed to get himself up front there. Down they come into the braking area, and a bit of damage done. Look to a car there in the middle of the pack, 76 it is with damage. That's Stephen Tucker's car. Now hopefully that bodywork's going to dislodge itself and safely fall to one side of the road, otherwise it might just attract the attention of the scrutineers for him. The last thing he needs is a meatball flag to drag him into the pit lane. That will cost him a whole heap of time. On board there now with Ross Springate coming up towards the right-hand from Druid. There goes JJ O'Malley with Mike Stedman tucked up behind him, and then you can see the smoke car of Stephen Tucker in fourth place, and really that smoke being generated by the bodywork rubbing against the tyre. He goes around the outside then, trying to take a place off Stedman, which he does. That bodywork has almost parted company with the car now. He tries to go around the outside of JJ O'Malley, but to no avail. Stedman is right there as well, as 6 for the lead come out of nearly over the start and finish line now. The race leader is still Fiorentino at the second place. He's just O'Malley back to the inside line there, trying to squeeze Stephen Tucker. Can't find a way by. This is Springate for you. He's about to gain a favour as one driver runs wide, coming out of Old Hall, back onto the tarmac. That was Jamie Orton, the man that qualified on pole position, but really lost out at the start. But he does gain a place. Look on the inside there, goes ahead of Mike Stedman, turning through Cascade. Still on board there now with Ross Springate as they run a long left side straight. The race leader though is just about Raphael Fiorentino, the Frenchman who now lives in London, the financial analyst, having real pressure applied now. Right there with him is JJ O'Malley, and as they turn their way through Shell up into third place has got Jamie Orton. Round the outside is Nathan Grant, fourth is Stedman, down to fifth there goes the come-off back of car of Stephen Tucker. You can see where that damage is and why was that tyre throw, because the bodywork still pushes against it, and this is how that all happened. It's just going down towards Nick and Brooke, hit off, glances off the back of Mike Stedman's car. It's enough to dislodge the nose of the Caterham Motorsport, and a spin there. 38 is getting it all wrong. That is Alan Paul losing ground, losing places at his lots. Rejoins now, turns through Nick and Brooke back into the race, and the leaders are about to descend on the corner. Raphael Fiorentino it is up front of the boat, and right there behind you now is Mike Stedman. Further down the order, Rob Springate facing him a bit, so also Jamie Orton has lost out over the last lap or so. The leaders turn through Nick and Brooke, line up Clay Hill this time. You're on board with Rob Springate, great back and going on ahead with the Jamie Orton, lines up to have a go around the outside. But for the race lead, Raphael Fiorentino keeping Mike Stedman at bay, or is he? Stedman tries to drive all the way around on the outside there. He doesn't pay off for it, and therefore he's got to slot back in second place as they accelerate once more down towards Lost Corner. Toby Dicker has worked his way through the pack, he's up in the third place now. Toby Dicker having started by his standards a long, long way back on the grid, was only 14 on the grid after qualifying. Out of Dearly, over the top, finish line they go. Now what can Ross Springate do here about gaining a place? Mike Stedman under pressure, rather than pressurising the leader, he loses out. Toby Dicker goes around the outside of it. That puts Dicker up in the second place, and in Springate's view, he turns his way now out of Oval Corner. Ahead of him, you can see the red car of Jamie Orton sliding up to have a go on the inside of Denton, but it's still on the outside of Cascade. And so for fourth place, JJ O'Malley hangs on to it. Fifth is Orton, sixth the Springate as they turn their way now. And Cascade with a long left side straight once again. They're down for second place. Denver attacks Digger once again. Has he been able to make the move work as they come towards Island Bend? He's on the outside line there. No, can't do it. Turning their way now up towards Shell, and that going off the road. Looks like Rob Springate. It is. He's got bouncing all over the grass. He manages to avoid everything solid. Kicks up a bit of the dust. He slows the car down and turns towards the track once again. Pops back onto the tarmac, rejoins the race, but that really is very bad news, I'm afraid, for Rob Springate. He's a long, long way down the pack now. Here's the replay. Turns his way through the left-hand line and just a little bit too wide. Gets himself sideways onto the grass. Slithers his way towards the gravel bed, slows the car down in the nick of time, has enough momentum to drive through the gravel and at the other side get onto the tarmac. Good news is the car is in one piece, there's no damage. The bad news is it certainly cost him a lot of places. The red leader, Rafael Fiorentino, looking a little bit more secure up front perhaps this time. This battle for second between Stedman and Toby Digger, just helping his advantage to extend. His fourth place there with JJ O'Malley. His fifth place, he's got number 15 there, that being Peter Wharton, who's worked his way up through the order as well. Peter Wharton, somebody who's got a bit of Caterham experience over the years, somebody that gets better and better season after season. Former race winner in the Powerline concept a few years ago, and as they turn up now towards the right-hander of Trivet, he's right on the tail of JJ O'Malley. Peter Wharton started on the 6th row of the grid, but he really has made good progress over the course of the race. But up front, it looks as though Rafael Fiorentino, last year's Gross Sport League champion, is on target for a race winner. There's concept there. That's Wharton and O'Malley getting together in a straight line. Very unusual place to have an accident. And JJ O'Malley is the one that comes off worst, being fired into the Armco. He's just trying to rejoin, but I think the car may, yes, suffer suspension damage by the look of it, and that's the end of his race. A very unusual place, though, to have an accident. It looks as though Peter Wharton went for a gap, there wasn't quite enough room. The two of them touching, and certainly JJ O'Malley coming off work. Here's the ringway of it, now let's see. Wharton goes to the inside, to wheel onto the dirt, and then just comes and clips the rear of O'Malley. And that's enough, even though Wharton brake hard to unsettle JJ's car. Spears him off the road, heads up to the barrier. So Peter Wharton, I'm afraid, watching his copybook a little bit, having talked him up, gets involved in that skirmish, but as I say, the straight line probably wasn't all that necessary. Now, meantime, Rafael Fiorentino looking good up front, but Mike Stedman is not letting him get away here. Down they come. This gap is coming down and down through Lodge Corner. And so Mike Stedman, with one corner to go, getting a really good run here. He's right on the tail of Fiorentino, the checker flag at the ready. Is Rafael going to hang on to where they're almost overlapping and they come across the line? But yes, Rafael Fiorentino just takes the race win by 81 thousandths of a second. The first place is going to be Toby Digger, and then everybody else is trying to be fourth as they come over the line. This pack just headed by Peter Wharton ahead of Magnum Apple, and then Robert Springer recovering for 6th place after his drafty moment. The damaged car of Stephen Tucker taking 7th ahead of Richard Broughton, but a fantastic race, and it's won by Rafael Fiorentino by just 81 thousandths of a second.
I guess I was falling asleep a bit too much, with all this heat. But yeah, I saw Mike coming back, so by the time I realized what was happening, he was right in there, so I had to go back to more defensive driving.
There was a chance for Rafael Fiorentino to make it a double late on in the day. Sadly, it wasn't to be. Ahead of him, JJ O'Malley was involved in a really fierce fight with Adam Peretti, and as they turned their way out of Old Corner, the two got a little bit too close for comfort. Both of them ended up on the grass, and Fiorentino was delayed as well as he took evasive action and then spun. Peretti was a retirement. Fiorentino got way back to finish in 6th place as Roland Ward came through to score a win by nearly 8 seconds.